Welcome. It's story time. Cozy up, turn down the lights, and settle into wind down. Whether it's a classic tale, a forgotten piece of history, or a lesser-known gem, you're in for a relaxing escape. So grab a blanket and let the stories take you away. Don't forget to subscribe for your next cozy adventure. Margaret Molly Corbin, a name that history has largely misplaced somewhere between a forgotten grocery list and yesterday's newspaper, was not the sort of woman to sit idly by when there was a war to fight. Born in 1751, her early life was about as cheerful as a punch to the gut. Orphaned by the age of 5 when her parents were killed, she grew up tough, in the way people who've seen too much by the age of 5 often do. Fast forward to 1772. Molly married John Corbin, a farmer who, like many men of his time, felt the irresistible urge to join the Continental Army when America decided it had enough of British taxes and tea. Molly, being Molly, wasn't about to sit at home doing embroidery, while her husband was off dodging musket fire. So she followed him into war as a camp follower, a title that makes it sound like she was fetching water and darning socks. In reality, Molly was getting a crash course in cannon operation by watching her husband and his comrades. Then came the fateful day in 1776 at Fort Washington. The British and their Hessian buddies were knocking at the door, and things went south fast. John Corbin, bravely manning a cannon, was killed. Most would crumble at this moment, but Molly, not Molly. She picked up where her husband left off. She stepped up to the cannon, loaded it, aimed, and started blasting away like she'd been doing it for years. Her efforts didn't stop the inevitable defeat, but her grit left an impression. Molly was severely wounded in battle, her left arm and chest torn up by enemy fire, but she survived. And not just survived. She became the first woman in US history to receive a military pension, which, while not exactly making her rich, was a significant nod to her service. Molly lived out her days in Highland Falls, New York, tough as nails and unapologetically herself. She might not have been a household name, but in the annals of history, she's the woman who fired back when the world came at her. Welcome to Repository of Stories, your hub for classic tales, short stories, historical facts, and lesser-known gems. If you love uncovering fascinating narratives from all corners of history and literature, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for your next great story.